Okay, so I finished Avatar, The Last Airbender, and I want to kind of give you guys my quick reaction here, old coffee short style. I think that might have been the best written finale I've ever seen of, well, easily of any animated series, but of very many shows that I've watched. Myself, my wife, and my oldest son all watched the four-part finale all together as like a movie, and it's all three of us were just like completely blown away by. It gave us kind of everything we wanted, the big matchups that you were waiting for, the one-on-one fights you were waiting for those, and you got those, and those fights were everything you could have wanted and more, and never to a point of like exhaustion either. Those buildups were great, and I think it was one of those things that like Team Avatar, everyone had something to do here in the finale. No one really got sidelined, and it's just brilliant writing. Felt like they stuck the landing in every way possible. I got teary eyed a couple of times, a few times because I thought some characters might not make it. I'll be straight about that because this show, I love that they've never ever really insulted their audience or felt like they needed to treat them as kids because it is still marketed as a kids television show, and I think it's one of those that all ages really can appreciate it because the writing is just amazing. But it always never insulted the viewer's intelligence to say, we have to do this way or something because the kids might not like it. So I thought that that the stakes were high enough that you thought, hey, anybody could die here in the finale. So I really have like very few nitpicks. I mean, there's one big question, and I'll just say lion turtle. That kind of confuses me a little bit, but it's more in a way of like I want to know more, not than I thought. Oh, it was a terrible idea. I really just I loved everything about it. I loved everything about the show, guys. It's been amazing. It's just show. There's not very many shows out there that have as much hype as Avatar: The Last Airbender does from its audience. You go into that with these unreal expectations, and damn, if it didn't meet them if, or exceed them, honestly, it was just that enjoyable of a ride. And I just can't thank you guys enough for pushing me to watch this because it's been an incredible experience. And it's I finally have a new champion. I mean, Batman the Animated Series has been my favorite animated show for decades, and something finally knocked it off of King of the Mountain status. Avatar: The Last Airbender was the best animated show I've ever watched. It's one of my favorite TV shows that I've ever watched. It's something I know that I'll visit again. So if you've been listening to all the hype and that you've still been kind of like putting it off, thinking, oh, I don't really like animated shows, me neither. I don't really, it's a show just for kids or something. I thought these things as well. I thought it was just a bunch of people that grew up with it. It was nostalgia for it. Absolutely not. 45-year-old man, wife's 43 years old, son's 12 years old. We all loved it. We all loved every minute of it. So I don't think it really matters age, gender, religion, belief system, nothing like that. I think there's going to be something a little bit there for everyone. And I just couldn't be happier. And really, the only regret I have is now it's over, because I've heard Legend of Korra not nearly as good. And I think it might have just had like a world of expectations on it after this show. But just, I have to applaud the writing team there because it's just top notch. I don't feel like there's anything really that was left out, and left me with a couple of things where I would have liked to have known more. But I think only going 3 years let them tell the story they wanted to tell, and it really did help. So, guys, the whole thing is streaming on Netflix in the U.S. If you haven't watched it yet, do so immediately. It's an incredible show, and I actually slowed down on it just because I was going to miss it. I probably could have finished this in a couple of weeks, and like I said, I know it's something I'll revisit again, and I'm definitely going to become an advocate for it in all regards going forward. So, again, Avatar: The Last Airbender, just chef's kiss. It's an amazing series, and I think anyone can like it. And you should watch it immediately. And again, thank you guys for pushing me ever since I started this channel to watch a show. You were right.